you know, there might be like something like, you know, I wish I could fucking
fuck for 3 hours,
build a house. You know what I mean?
Actually, I don't even know if I'd want to fuck for 3 hours.
3 hours?
I don't even know if I want to fuck for a half hour, to be honest with you.
Nah, yeah. Okay.
I like to run that shit long.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. I just want to get my nut.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel cheated if I go.
I'm good with 10 minutes.
Yeah, just get it done like that?
Yeah.
I like that.
Fuck, sports.
Hey, hon, grab me a sandwich. Just
What?
I'm just picturing like, yeah. Hey, grab me. Can you make me a sandwich?
As soon as you're done clapping cheeks.
Yeah.
This is the Beers and BS podcast, sponsored by one of the locals, Under the Sun Inserts, Brewport Coffee House and Brewport Cafe. And now here's your hosts, Adrian, Joe, and Mike.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Beers and BS, the podcast. We are your hosts. I'm looking at Mike D.
Hey.
We got Joey.
Joe.
I'm Adrian.
Adrian.
Down in Tennessee, we got our producer, Gabe.
Gabe.
What's up, Gabe?
What's up?
What's up?
Guys, as we start every episode, we tell the audience what we're drinking. But before we do that, guys, I want to, I heard some news today. You guys probably heard too. Just want to give I guess you could say it's a shout out, a rest in peace, Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer passed away today. You know, 65 years old.
He's the Iceman?
The Iceman. That's what I'm saying, man. That's one of the best characters.
Iceman cometh.
Yeah.
Iceman.
It really is one of the best characters.
Yeah. You know, think about that. Like, you know, at our youth, you know what I mean? We were about what? I think we were 11 years old when freaking
Top Gun
came
Oh,
out.
man. No, that was huge.
You know?
Love
huge.
that fucking movie, bro.
And he was just such a great, like, you know, he was kind of like the villain, you know, the bad guy, and but you know, the good guy as well. And just sad. He's been going through some health issues and stuff.
I saw that in the movie theater.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I did too.
What's
I
your
think
go-to?
the first time I saw him, I think it was called Young Genius.
Yeah.
Yes. College. He invented like some kind of energy source or some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the plot to it, but yes, I remember.
I don't remember that at all.
Like sustainable energy thing, and they were like trying to shut him down or something like that. I think he was like a kid genius.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, what's your go-to snack in the movie theater?
Popcorn.
Always?
Yeah, I always get popcorn in the movie theater. Always.
I like popcorn, but I like Junior Mints in a movie theater. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah. You know, this, you know, soft and fucking melty. And
My wife turned me on to this. I get a popcorn, but then I get regular M&Ms and dump them in the popcorn. And like the chocolate and
Melts.
the salty popcorn together, bro,
Yeah.
it's nice.
that's like Asian putting cookies in the cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, he was a Batman too, Val Kilmer.
Yeah.
No? Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys don't want to talk about snacks anymore?
No. I just, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Carry on.
No, it's just.
What else?
And then if there's like not gummy bears, like the Sour Patch Kids, I add them too, and it takes it to another.
See the popcorn?
Yeah, dude. It's really good.
So doesn't that make your popcorn sour?
No,
Like-
if you have a few pieces of popcorn and one Sour Patch Kid, it's like the perfect fucking combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are you a butter on the popcorn kind of guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like when they let you self-serve that shit, right?
Yeah.
You fucking spin that shit around, shake it up, spin it up.
oh where can you do that?
They have the pump thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Island
like
16
heated,
has it, right?
heated. The butter's heated.
Can I just ask you? I mean, look, listen, how long you think it takes, okay, to scoop half the bag of popcorn, throw some butter in there, and then just top it off again?
I know.
Well, more popcorn and then a little bit more butter. Yeah, I mean, I'm so, what,
No, if you let them
3
do it-
seconds?
Yeah.
If you let them do it, they just get the top, and
Yeah.
you got to wait for it to
Oh, they don't
drip
give
all
a
the way
fuck.
down.
No,
You know?
but come on. You know, I mean, if I had a movie theater, that would be,
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
No, to save a movie theater, you could drink beers.
In the theater.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Dude, Save a movie theater, used to, I don't know, I haven't been there in a long time, best popcorn.
Oh, really?
Used to have the best
I don't
popcorn.
know. Same family though, so it must be. They put a little money into the place. It's nice.
Good.
$5, bro. Movies.
Yeah.
Wow.
That, well, on Tuesdays, all right?
No.
That's every day?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, there you
I mean,
go,
they only
folks.
have 3 screens. You know what I mean? But it's
That's
nice.
right. I mean, do you remember? Well, I was just going to say that when you said I saw the Top Gun in the movies, I was like how many times? Do you remember? Like, would you go at least I would go see the movie multiple times.
Oh hell yeah!
Nah, I was never that guy. I'm like, once I see it, I saw it. I want
It was in our backyard though. We could ride our bikes to the
Yeah,
movie.
we used to ride our
Yeah,
bikes.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like,
Brookhaven
I had
Multiplex?
I had summers where I spent just watching movies. You know,
But I mean,
sneaking in from one to the next.
well, you buy a ticket for one,
Yeah.
and then you know,
All day long.
Next thing you know, it's 9 o'clock at night.
I did that for Roger Rabbit and what was the other one? I think it was Roger Rabbit and maybe one of the Ghostbusters. Same day.
Where you snuck in.
One ticket, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would see movies multiple times because we didn't have like, you know, I feel like it would be like a year or so before the movie came out, like on
HBO or something like that.
no, I think to rent.
Oh, it was
Right?
like 9-10
Blockbuster.
months before it came out.
Yeah, you know, to rent. And then by the time it came on like cable, yeah, it was probably like, you know, maybe a year and a half.
Yeah, and if it was a popular movie, you raced to Blockbuster to hope it
Yeah.
was there.
Right on a weekend when it debuted, right? Yeah, yeah.
But then by the time it came on TV, it was like 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, and now it's like, I still sit there, something will pop up on like, you know, TNT, you know, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, this was just in the movies.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know,
I know.
a year ago.
Gabe, there's still drive-ins down there? Drive-in movies?
I think so. They're dying out though.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, we had a place called the Dollar Theater, and the Dollar Theater played all of the movies that just went to VHS.
That's
So you
cool.
can you pay $1, you can watch movies all day. Like you just go from theater to theater. Like once that movie's done, you go to that theater.
Yeah,
Once
that's
that
cool.
theater is done, that movie, you go to another one. So you can watch 3 to 4 movies a day for $1.
Now a lot of the movies are going right to streaming services. You
Yeah.
can pay $35.99 and, you know,
I can't tell you the last time I was actually
Still in the theater.
Maybe like Thor or something. 4D. I went, you know, with my grandsons.
what do you think of the 4D stuff in the theater?
I think it's pretty cool.
It is cool.
It keeps me from falling asleep because
Yeah.
I'm notorious for that too. If I go to a movie theater late at night,
Well, that's
I might pass out after that bucket of popcorn.
That's
you know?
why Disabled movie theater is really good because it's an old theater and their seats are mad uncomfortable.
So you're not
You're not
falling asleep.
I think the last one I saw was the Deadpool 3.
Oh yeah,
That's the last one I saw. My son and I went. But other than that, it's been a while. I don't know, man. Dude, Mike, I feel like the movie theater was a big part of our childhood.
Oh hey.
You know what I mean? I felt we seen a lot of movies together.
Do you remember the girl that used to work there, Tony Ann? And she became like a substitute teacher as we got older.
No.
Apparently you do.
Yeah, no, she used to work the calendar. She like, believe me, I spent summers there. She, you know,
Tony Ann?
yeah, she let us get away with
Where
it.
did she work? The ticket booth? Or the...
She worked the tickets. She worked the concessions. She became like assistant manager after a while.
Was she hot?
Nah, listen, she was an average looking girl. She was older though, you know.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with her, but
Mike's like an HJ's an HJ.
But yo, back to RIP. I don't know if you guys, but in 9th grade I had Miss Parry for English. Did you have?
Yeah. We were in the class too. We were in the same class.
Okay.
Yeah.
She passed away.
Did she?
did?
I
Yeah.
thought she passed away years ago.
No, just recently.
Really? How old was she?
I don't know, she was born in the 40s. I don't know, like 70 something.
Dude, we
She
had...
was old. She was appeared old when we had her.
Like, that was 1989, and I felt like she was old then. You know what I mean? I got a picture of us. I got
In that class?
Yeah, from that class. I got to find
Get outta here.
Yeah.
Gabe hit that and we say bye-bye.
It's so, dude, I got to be honest. There's so many things. That's why I feel like I got to rewatch or listen to there's so many things I don't catch. I don't hear when we do
That one fucking got me.
Yeah. Anyway, so rest in peace, Val Kilmer,
And Miss Barry.
and Miss Parry.
Yeah. No, she was good. She was good to me, bro, man. You know how you're supposed to read books and shit like that?
Fired. Get out of here.
Yo, it comes to the final. We're supposed to write an essay on the book. I think it was like Catcher in the Rye we were supposed to read, bro. I didn't read one page of it, but I wrote the whole essay on how I didn't read the book and how I regret, not having read it, and I wish I could have got a better grade, blah, blah, blah. And she actually gave me like a D, for writing it out and fucking, help me pass. So.
She gave you a Mike D.
I'm like D. I'm gonna trademark that.
Yeah, that is. I think Mike D already did. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Trying to think what book that was. That was English, right? That was first period, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeez, I just fucking laughed my ass off for the last 5 minutes, bro.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, so much. I can't wait. Just wait till the sciences teacher passes away.
I had a lot of those.
All right. Yeah. Anyway, so moving on, guys. Before we start the show, as we start the show, every show, I can't even speak anymore. We tell the audience what we're drinking. But Mike, you pointed out before we didn't do a shot, so let's start out.
We're doing this on the show now.
This me right here?
Yeah,
Gas.
that's you. All right.
That melted ice or is that me?
That's you.
Oh.
That's you.
Salud.
Take it like a man.
Hey, what's this? 64?
Episode 63.
63. Salud.
Episode 63.
I got to burp first. Hold on. I'm on a delay here.
We start every episode. Usually that's a pre-episode ritual. But now we share it with you guys.
Salud.
All right. Since Joey's still, I'm going to start things off.
Oh, Adrian.
In honor of our New York Yankees, I'm drinking Sierra Nevada Atomic Torpedo IPA.
Love it.
See what you did there.
It is 9.2%.
Lord of mercy.
Yeah, very hoppy, and yeah, it's not bad. Sierra Nevada Torpedo IPA.
That fucking shit tastes worse and worse every week.
That's for you.
Nice.
Gibraltar.
Talking about the tequila.
Mike D, what do you got, buddy?
Well, I went with Coors Light. I had a rough night last night, man, and
Uh-oh.
yeah, no, I was out late. I went to the Islander game, did some drinking there. First time I actually ever dabbled with Hennessy. Don't ask me why.
Oh, Lord.
It was like mixed in the drink. I don't know, man.
Who are you at the game with?
Mary.
Yeah, I know, but who else?
Mary. Mary Jane.
I'm saying. Okay, Hennessy.
So I was drinking last night, and I had a long day today. So I don't want to get crazy. So I diluted it and got Coors Light. The alcohol content is -4. It kind of takes your manhood away when you drink that.
You got the 32-ounce Coors Lights. Let me see that can again. Don't the mountains turn blue when that can's really cold?
Does it?
I think so. Or it used to. Is that one blue? No.
Oh, cold. Where it says cold, maybe?
Yeah, they definitely used to.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do anymore.
I'll tell you, dude. If all they have to offer me is Coors Light, I'm fucking not drinking.
I agree.
He goes, I agree. Joey, tell us what you're drinking tonight.
Dude, this is much better than Coors Light.
Yeah.
It's the king
So
of,
much better.
I don't know if it's much.
the king of all beers, ladies and gentlemen.
It's definitely better.
Yes. It's more respected.
Bro, I was going to pull a game and drink water tonight, I'm
Oh,
like,
you hurting like that?
I'm not hurting, but I was like, I shouldn't do it, but I'm doing it.
Nah, I'm drinking a Bud.
You got me taking shots and drinking Coors Lights. You know what I
The
mean?
brown liquor. Oh, did you have that?
I didn't though, but I had some people over on Saturday, and I poured my buddy who's a big whiskey guy.
Yeah.
Never had that though,
Oh.
and he said it was nice.
Nice.
It was nice.
Good.
But I wanted to try it before today, and I haven't. But so I'll definitely by next show I'll have
Yeah, man, whatever.
I'll
I think you'll. The first few times I tried, I wanted to like whiskey so bad. You know what I mean? It's a cool drink. The first few times until I found the right one, then I am fat. When I found Woodford, then I started enjoying it. It's different.
Yo, how about peanut butter whiskey?
Not into that. I'm not.
Have you tried it?
I've seen it. I haven't tried it.
Oh, Joe, you got to try it.
Too
Good?
sweet.
Oh, it tastes like I don't like the whiskey, so it tastes like peanut.
Is it better than Hennessy?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
Fucking
Hennessy. When I was drinking it, it tasted like my dad's liquor cabinet. That's the flavor I was getting.
So all the choices there, you're like, let me grab a Hennessy.
No, it was a fancy drink in one of these fucking mason jars.
would you get in like the lounge or something?
Yeah, no, but we went to the bar and got these.
UBS is awesome, right?
Yeah, it is.
It truly is, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I was actually
Good food.
I got the tickets for $9 a piece. I'm cheap like that. I asked her, like, you want to go on a date? She was like, yeah, why not? And I'm like, $9 a piece. So the 2 tickets cost me $24 with tax and shit.
That's fucking awesome.
parking was $31. Right?
Are you serious?
Yeah. But little, did I know? But I guess I bought there's like general parking. I bought one step up. I didn't know though until I got there for $31. Like they shuttle you on a little bus instead of the big bus,
Yeah.
whatever. But bro, we
you
had a great time.
You rode the short bus.
We rode the minibus, licking the windows.
How were the seats?
Honestly, bro, it was like seats where we get in an away football game.
Okay. In the middle though.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so then you good.
I was 3/16. No, it was a little to the end, but off to the left a little bit. Mm-hmm. I had a full view, and the arena is great.
Hockey Live is awesome.
They have that Heineken bar that outside is awesome. So it's a great night out.
I agree. They did a great job with that. Good food too.
Did you see any progress in Belmont Park right there? Or not?
I saw them working on, but I didn't see any progress. And I really didn't look for it.
They're making like a little. Some of it's done. I saw like phase 1 is done. They're making like a little village of stores, a really high end shit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's good.
Looks nice.
You're not. You guys won't be working on that at all. Your crew.
Not right now, but they did the arena. My union did that arena.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm saying at Belmont.
Yeah, most likely later on.
I think it's still 2 more summers. I think.
Yeah,
I think they're doing the Belmont race in Saratoga for 2 more summers. So it's still a while away from being complete.
Gabe, are you drinking?
I actually am.
What do you got, buddy?
Ooh.
I have some Tennessee whiskey. This is from Uncle Nearest Distillery.
Nice.
This is actually this is Uncle Nearest.
You said nearest?
Yep.
Is that like a thing down there, or what is that?
It's an actual distillery. It's down the street from my house, actually. It's,
cool.
I think I've told you guys about it before. He taught Jack Daniels how to distill whiskey.
Oh, you did tell us about that. Yes.
Yeah.
Very cool. Is there a tasting room? You can go there and have one in there, or?
Yeah, so they have 2 different types of tasting. They have the tour plus the tasting, and they have their own tasting room, and then they have a tasting bar.
Nice.
So if you don't want to, do the fancy stuff, then you can just go to where you can purchase the liquors and taste them right there.
Very cool.
Cool. Nice to see you back. Back on the wagon.
Last week's episode drove Gabe to start drinking again.
I blame my wife for this one.
Uh-oh.
Well, enjoy.
All right. That's a story.
No, it's not what you think.
The story for off the air. All right, guys, let's get into it. MLB season has begun. What, remember, right? We were all talking about it last week. We're like, oh, man.
Worried a little.
We're a little worried about our Yankees.
I'm still a little worried because isn't that a football?
Yeah, I think so.
No, that's MLB.
Is it?
No. Because they're getting smoked
MLB
right now.
Fox.
Are they? Well, they playing a good team. Dude.
Yeah.
Arizona's a really good team.
They lost yesterday as well.
Yeah,
right?
They did. Yeah,
blew it.
That was a freaking bullshit grand slam. I mean, he totally mistimed that jump. I feel like he could have got that.
Yeah. He's not a great outfielder.
No. Anyway,
Who's that? Dominguez?
Yeah. He hit a bomb.
The Yankees, I mean, they started off real hot. I mean, they went off and scored 20 runs off of 9 home runs, most in franchise history, which is, I mean, look, whatever, 9 home runs that's tremendous. That's a lot. But this team has been around since 1903. And when you're seeing all these, first time, this is, first time it happened, was the first time that leadoff, right? The leadoff guy hit a home run.
Wells, yep.
Yeah, on opening day. It was a lot at first. I was like, man, this is all right.
Making history.
Here we are. Let's do this. So the torpedo bats, that's been a talk of, I say, the week so far.
Yeah,
since the season that started. What's your guys' take on that? What do you guys think?
I love it. I mean, it's within the rules.
Yeah,
it was questionable at first, but MLB came back with a few different statements saying it's within the rules. Listen, man, the Yankees had a couple really fucking solid days, and that's why people are hating on the Yankees right now, I think. And they're acting like
that's the only reason. They're just being haters.
Yeah, they're acting like they're the only team using these bats too. There are other teams using
and they've been used last year as well.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A couple of players were using them in the league, not
on the Yankees.
Bellinger.
Yeah,
Bellinger used it last year on the Cubs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 2 Cubs players. There's 2 Cubs players right now And one of them that had a monster home run, I think it was game 2 of the season, is using the Torpedo bat.
They hired a engineer from MIT. He's on staff to help develop this bat.
Well, that's who kind of created this bat, right? I was reading that was a physicist, Aaron Leonhardt. He's an MIT physicist, and he's been credited with creating the Torpedo bat. He was previously serving as a hitting analyst with the Yankees before he joined the Miami Marlins as a field coordinator in the offseason. So he was, and particularly I think who he was like working with, how it came about was Volpe.
Yeah, your piss buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody, by the way, Joey has seen Volpe's dick.
I've seen him shake it out. Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you guys just said, it's within
it's just people being haters on
it's
the
within the weight, it's within the size as far as like, you know, it's within the rules. And that's what everybody said, like, stop cheating. That's what I mean. I'm hearing from guys, you know, I talk to in the gym and stuff that are Met fans, like, hey, stop cheating. You know what I mean? Oh, you finally played a good team. You know, this is what happens, you know, because when they lost last night.
What do you think about Judge not using one?
He don't need to. He feels he doesn't need to, you know, and if he did, you know, he'd switch.
Yeah.
But the guy's a fucking monster.
Baseball is a very superstitious sport.
100%.
The players will stick to what they know and what they have if it's been working for them. They're not going to change things up just because. This isn't every single player, but there's a lot of players, if you notice, that they have routines in the batter's box.
Yep.
So
there's players that change their jersey in between every inning.
Yeah.
Like it gets that crazy.
That is nuts.
Yeah, those guys too are selling that jersey to Tops as a game worn jersey.
Yeah.
You know, and chopping it up into 1,000 pieces.
No, baseball cards these days are sick. There's so many special edition cards like that.
I you know, back in the day, I got a Chipper Jones, you know, card with a piece of his jersey, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But now that's like a common thing, right?
Yep.
Remember the Billy Ripken Air card? I think it was
Calvin.
It said "fuckface" on the bottom of the bat.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of those, dude.
Those are worth a lot of money right now.
Now they're back.
Yeah.
Because I know when they were first out, it was very hard. You know, it was a very sought out card, and it was worth a couple $100, and then later on, you know, it was worth $8. I didn't know
if it's in good condition, like top condition, it's worth some pretty good money.
Huh, that's cool.
My personal baby is my Ricky Henderson.
I like how all the rookies are wearing little what does it say? They're wearing little patches on their sleeves now. I can't remember what the patch says, but it doesn't say rookie, but it says
just stating that they're a rookie.
Yeah, that's cool.
It says apprentice scum.
Yeah.
So as you guys know, I'm not a Yankees fan, but I can't say that this is cheating using the torpedo bat. It's within regulations. If everyone's able to use it at some point, I think they're going to use it. Like we've already said, there's 2 players from the Cubs using it. There's probably a few other players now intrigued about it. So I think we're going to see it more, and I'm excited for it because I think we're going to actually get some metrics on the bat if it is actually that design or not.
So the Atlanta Braves team ordered a whole mess of them just was it yesterday? You heard that?
No.
Yeah, the whole team, you know.
I think it's going to be every single team is going to have a couple players. Because I think it was there's only about 4 or 5 players on the Yankees that were using them.
Yeah.
But as I mentioned in previous episodes, that Major League Baseball is known to juice the baseball. Depending on, you know, how they feel that year, they make the windings either tight or loose, and so we may be looking at a nice tightly wound ball for offensive scoring this year. The way these balls are popping off the bat.
I mean, is that factual though? I know
it's factual.
I know people have.
I don't know if it's factual.
It's factual.
Thought that in the past.
No, it's factual.
Has MLB said we do that?
I think they do.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think they have no problem admitting to it.
The rookies wearing little patches on their sleeve that say debut season or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Debut.
That's cool.
That's a French word. Debut.
I like the button.
So I just checked, and it's not a fact. It's a theory. It's not a fact.
Was it 2009 or 2019? Look up that season. The Juice Bowl. Google Juice Bowl 2019. had to go.
Hey, you know what, dude? My motto is if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Okay, so it's like, you know what I mean? It's whatever makes the game. I love it. I gotta be honest with you. If it's gonna create more home runs, I'm all for it.
Yeah, me too.
You know that's exciting.
Right. I mean, we've seen the progression of baseball players, right? Like you say, growing up, baseball cards. Those guys barely wear batting gloves, and now they have armor on their elbows and batting gloves and shin guards and stuff. They look like almost like a soldier. Walking up to the plate. So we've seen the evolution of equipment,
Sure.
gloves. Why not the bat?
Hey, listen,
I agree.
If the baseball's wound a little tighter and those laces are pulled a little tighter, you still got to fucking square up and hit a baseball.
That's it.
That's being thrown 95 miles an hour.
Dude, I'm still amazed. I'm watching, even just last night, I'm watching the game and I'm watching it with my wife and like, what's his name? Corbin Burns? Right? Corbin? Yeah. I always want to say Corbin Benson, the actor. Corbin Burns. Like, I mean, he's making that, the way he makes that ball move, man. It still just amazes me how these guys, they sit there and how many feet exactly is the mound from the?
Is it 60 feet, 6 inches?
61 and a half or something?
I think it's
16 and a half.
6 inches.
So, I mean, he's throwing from there and just right when it gets to the plate, it just fucking moves. And it's incredible to me how these guys could do that. It really is.
Really quick, back to
hardest
what
thing to do
Mike
is hit a baseball.
back to what Mike asked to look up to 2019 juiced baseballs. An independent study says that they did find, likely due to manufacturing variations, specifically inconsistent with seam height of the ball. That is really it, though. But that would benefit the pitchers and not so much the batters,
they
because
get a better grip on it.
Right.
What about all the stats they keep track of now? Spin rate, fucking.
They create stats, right?
It's unbelievable.
SWAT, dart,
the analytics are so. I guess they've always been part of the game, but they've never been talked about as much. On a broadcast.
Dude,
Well, remember Moneyball? I mean, Billy Bean started this whole thing, really.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's getting these guys contracts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These guys have a high whip, a high war, all that stuff. You know what I mean? That's factoring into the money, the amount of money they make.
On base percentage is looked at more value, more important than a batting
average.
Yeah.
Batting average is shit now, right? They don't care if you hit fucking 297,
Yeah, I mean, it goes hand in hand a little bit. If you have a good batting average, you'll have a good.
Actually, 297 is really good these days, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's real good.
I mean, right? When we were kids, it was 300 or better. You were a good player.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like 260 now. I feel like they hover around there. Like, good guys,
I would agree with that.
You know.
Speaking of which, this guy from the Red Sox,
Devers.
Oh my God. You're talking about breaking history, and this guy's on a tear that
Has he got a hit yet?
The opposite.
Yeah, right.
He's making history, but opposite reasons.
I'm saying, but has he gotten a hit yet?
I don't think so.
No,
not to my knowledge.
As of today, he didn't.
Right, I didn't hear anything today, but yesterday he did not. Since 1901, there hasn't been a player this bad.
So so now we talked about this on like the group text. Now, do you think? I mean, I threw it out there because he lost his position. He lost his. He was the third baseman for years.
Definitely had mental.
And you think that's what it is? You think it's just he's in his
mental or being stubborn like F you?
No.
I saw him. He looks fucking broken up. He looks very effective.
He's a talented player. Man.
Yeah,
he really is. He's a Yankee killer too.
I
think it's all in his head right now.
I forget what year it was, but there was a stat that said Tony Gwynn struck out 15 times in
a whole year.
In a whole year.
Yeah, it was like 16 times, right? Yeah.
And Devers so far has struck out that same amount in the
4 games,
the first week.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've brought this up before, on the pod. Like, if you look up Yogi Berra, I don't think Yogi Berra struck out 200 times in his career.
Wow.
In his career.
No way.
Really? That guy striking out 200 times a fucking season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And his career was like, I don't know exactly how long, but it was real long.
Listen, they used to teach you to put the ball in play, make the defense work,
Yeah.
Now everybody's swinging for the stars, they're looking to hit home runs.
Those days of choking up with 2 strikes on you and just poking at the, just making contact are gone. Everyone tries to put it in the seats every at bat.
I agree.
I did the same thing when I was in Little League, though.
What, try to swing for the stars?
Oh, yeah, I swung for the fences every fucking time.
Love them high fastballs.
Gabe, you sure you didn't lean in and get hit by a pitch all the time?
Oh, I got hit a few times.
Yeah, man.
Quick question, though. So I'm looking at the standings. The Blue Jays have a 5-2 record. Yankees a 3-1. But for some reason, the Yankees are positioned first over the Blue Jays.
Really?
Less game. Well, they played less games.
Definitely less games.
They should be behind by half a game, I think, right? Wouldn't that?
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah. And while I'm looking at the standings, I'm surprised at the way my Angels are playing right now. They went into St. Louis and beat the Cardinals. They're 4-2 right now.
Hey, is Trout healthy? Well, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, he's back.
And he's available for trade at the trading block, they said.
Oh, he'll
Really?
be a Yankee.
Yeah.
I think he'll be a Met before he's a Yankee.
Yeah.
You know, he moved to right field, right?
They need the help.
No, he's not a center
Yeah.
fielder anymore.
No, he wanted to stay healthy, so they moved him to right field.
Yeah. Wow.
Poor guy.
Is he? What is he? Mid-30s?
About
Or is he? Yeah.
If we're talking baseball, do you know that Ohtani is the first player to ever be in Fortnite?
I did. I just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The guy's transcending all countries, all worlds, AI.
Dude, it is good to be Shohei Ohtani right now.
Must be.
That whole fucking gambling thing got thrown under the rug, though.
Never heard a thing about it.
Bro, he made this guy take the
just
floor.
like they wanted.
Gone. All right, yeah. So it's safe to say we're all excited baseball's back, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Speaking of baseball, really quick, last thing about baseball. Did you hear Trump wants to pardon Pete Rose?
No. That's, when they do this shit, when after the person dies, I got to be honest with you, I don't look, I mean, it's better than not, but I feel like it just,
Right.
it doesn't, Trump was president in, 2016. He could have done it then. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm not like, I think that's
Oh, I forgot Pete passed away.
that's more for him. You know what I mean?
What is this thing with Trump and Kid Rock? I heard something like, they signed legislation to kind of screw the secondary market. You know how they use robots and fucking steal up all the tickets on concerts like Dave Matthews Band and shit like that?
I didn't know this. The only thing I heard about Trump, Kid Rock was about bringing Bill Maher to the White House. That's kind of like he
that's kind of cool.
brokered that deal. That's the only thing I heard.
I don't know. They signed the bill. I guess, Gabe, are you familiar with it?
Yeah, so it's basically to stop the scalping.
Right. And the scalpers, because they're using technology and just screwing everybody.
Yeah,
They're
it's going
using
to help
bots.
it's going to help the consumer. It's going to give more money to, well, not give more money, but it's going to not paint this artist in such a bad light the way Ticketmaster and all that bullshit goes together.
You'll never, ever be able to stop scalpers 100%. Never.
No,
I don't think.
no.
It's been going on since day one, right?
There's always people on
with
the corner right
technology,
before
they just
something.
have that
that
much
just-
more of an advantage. Apparently, the day the ticket comes out, they have all their computers and bots buy up all the tickets.
Go back to old school, in-person tickets only.
Oh, remember that? Going to the video store?
Yeah, waiting online for 12 hours for tickets. I've done that a handful of times.
Did you guys have a Tower Records?
Yes, we did.
That's where we went all the time. to buy our
Massapequa.
tickets.
We did it at the Wiz. We had, and then it was a place called American Video. I think we talked about it, right? Did we talk about that on here
I don't know.
before? American Video was it was like a video rental store, and they had a Ticketmaster. You can go. Listen, I'm all for that because every year we go to away to a football game, it's fucking hard to find tickets.
no.
You know what I mean? So
If they could do something?
yeah,
Do you ever buy them from a scalper?
no, we do, but we buy them from like secondary, SeatGeek, Ticketmaster, StubHub.
Buying
I got
tickets
burned a
off-
few times. I
Yeah,
got burned a few times going
I
to
know
Nuggets
people
games.
have too.
Well, that sucks.
When I lived in Denver, going to Nuggets games, there was always scalpers. And this one
Fake
guy,
tickets.
I needed tickets. He had good tickets. I checked them. It was that night and everything. Went to the door. They scanned it. And they're like, nope, this is a fake. And I was like, fuck.
Yep. Bummer.
There goes $80.
Yeah, that sucks.
You got beat? You did it before?
No, I was with a friend of mine going to a Dave show, and he was fucking with me because he thought he had better tickets than me. He's in front of me to get in. His fucking tickets didn't work.
Oh.
My tickets, boop. I was like, see you later, bro.
Yeah. I'll FaceTime you.
Like, we were friends, but we weren't like very close. We just bumped into each other there. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, the tickets look real. It's fucking
Yeah, no, they spend the money in the printing process. And,
Yeah.
they get them to look real. At least back in the day. Now everything's digital. You know what I mean?
I haven't had a real ticket in my hand in
Oh my god.
years.
I mean, but have you ever scalped tickets? Like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've scalped tickets. I've never got burned, knock on wood.
Really?
You know what I mean? Never, but it's been a long time. I gotta say it's probably close to 20 years since I scalped tickets from somebody like outside a venue or something.
Yeah, I never took the chance.
Yeah. I think they were all Yankee games, to be honest with you. You know, you get there after the first inning, middle of the inning, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's fucking, dude, you can get some good seats.
By the way, you can get Yankee bleacher seats day of game for like $10.
Nice.
You talked about getting
Yeah.
Islander seats for $9.
Cheap tickets.
But I gotta plan shit. You know what I mean? Who's looking the day of the game?
Right.
I don't get down like
Spur of the moment. You have to be spontaneous.
Yeah. But hey, I hope that works out because, like I said, for football, but for when we go away and stuff.
Do you ever wake up and say, "Oh, let's go to the Yankee game today"? Or no?
I'm trying to think like the day of. No, I mean, but it's like somebody I have gone like somebody the day of and like, hey, I got tickets. You want to go? And then I'm like, yeah, I'll go.
Okay.
So I've done that.
I've done that one time going to Vegas. My friend came over and was like, hey, want to go to Vegas for the day? I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I have nothing else to do.
There and back, same day?
No, it didn't quite happen that way. We wanted to, but shit happened. And we actually, shit got fucked. But yeah, it was fun anyways.
Remember the days with no kids?
Yeah, I did that. I did a trip there and back one day. Not Vegas.
What, Yankees?
No, Florida.
In one day?
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you a really quick story about that trip. This was back when I used to be involved with the record companies, Gibraltar shit, you know?
Gibraltar.
Gibraltar.
I had heard about No Limit Records was having a party at a club. I had DJ'd this club before, so I was like, I could probably get us in there for free. Let's check it out. So we went, we're in line. A fight broke out right in front of us, right where we were about to go inside. And the bouncer had a fucking huge knot on his head. He was pissed. And all of a sudden he's like, all right, from this fucking point on, everyone in line back that way, $100 a head. I was like, fuck that. I'm not going inside. I'm not paying $100. I don't care who comes out. I'm not doing this shit. And they're fighting before we even get inside.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, fuck that.
But speaking of, do you remember before kids? Man, what a difference, huh?
Oh yeah, well that's what I'm saying. You could do shit like that. Like I mean, like when I was in Vegas, the first time I was in Vegas, we went rented a car. We're in Vegas, drove to San Diego. From San Diego, drove to LA. We had lunch in San Diego. We had dinner in LA, and then we drove back to Vegas. All in the same day.
Nice. That sounds like a good day.
Yeah, it was a good day, but it was a long day. But yeah,
road trip.
You can't be spontaneous like that. Not until the kids are older. Anyway, so football. Owners meetings were this week, and the big topic. The big topic of the week was the tush push. That's why I have on it, to tush push or not to tush push. Well, how do you guys feel about this? Because you got a lot of people, a lot of teams and stuff that are trying to ban the play.
I hate the Eagles, number one, right? So we know
Take them out of it.
No,
No,
because they are the masters of.
Well, they're most successful with it,
right? But stop them. Be a fucking man. Get in there and stop them.
I agree.
You know what I mean? You don't need a rule change.
So you guys are for it. You guys are for keeping it.
I don't have a problem with it.
No problem.
It's a running play, right? I mean, it's a quarterback sneak. If you can't stop a quarterback sneak, then shame on you.
Okay,
that's the way I see it.
There's two teams that can do it. One is the Eagles, and the other is the Bills.
Well,
the Eagles have way more success.
Bills can't do it when the money's on the line.
Yeah.
But statistically, the Bills are second behind the Eagles in success.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind seeing it banned. I think it's kind of a bullshit play, to be honest with you. I feel like it's kind of like, it's almost like cheating a little bit. And because the defense can't do that on their end. So if especially remember how they banned, you can't jump over the guys, you can't do any of that stuff. So defense can't do it on their end, then the offense shouldn't be able to do something like that, either. I think you should keep it fair.
Nobody's jumping over anybody though.
But the way
in the tush push,
you can't use a defender as leverage to block a field goal. Right? You can't push off your player to get height.
You can't even jump over a guy.
No, I know. And what I'm saying too.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, but you don't.
But the tush push is nothing like that. You're fucking pushing your dudes forward to gain.
Right, and the running back is pushing Jalen Hurts,
Yeah.
and advancing him, really, But jam up the middle, clog the middle. Don't let them do that.
The other thing is, I think they're saying it's a high risk of injury with this play.
Okay.
How guys
That's the excuse, but have we seen people really get their heads knocked off
what's his
because
name?
of this play?
Yeah, in the Super Bowl. Not in the Super Bowl. Was it Super Bowl or was it the AFC Championship game against Buffalo? What's the guy from Kansas City? Their big time defensive lineman.
Chris.
Yeah.
Davis? No, not Davis.
He got hurt.
Yeah, he messed his neck up.
He did get fucked up.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was from the touch push.
Yeah. From trying to defend it.
He's great. He's on the Kelsey Brothers podcast all the time. He's got a great personality. I forgot.
Yeah. So they're saying because of injury. I don't know. I just feel like it's a cheap play. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. I think
so. There's been other plays. There's been other plays where the NFL wanted, or coaches wanted the NFL to ban. One was the Statue of Liberty, and the other was the Fumblerooski.
What's the Fumblerooski?
The fake fumble.
Yeah, it's a fake fumble.
I don't know.
But listen, when Tom Brady was doing quarterback, Tom Brady was famous for doing quarterback sneaks and always being successful at it. You know what I mean? Was there an advantage there?
Yeah. So what's the difference between a QB sneak and the tush push? You're just being pushed.
Right.
It's the same play, really.
That's what I think, essentially.
Okay.
Are we taking bunting out of fucking baseball next? Or what?
No. Hey.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's not fair, man. It's not fair.
And that's what I love about.
Do you remember the origin? Do you remember the origin of this play?
No, I don't. But did Philly originate it or no?
No, this came from college. Mark Sanchez.
Oh, remember? Yeah.
Reggie Bush, Mark Sanchez.
Yes, I do remember that. I didn't put that together until just now, actually.
Yeah. Anyway, that's why, right? This show's called Beers and BS. I don't agree with you guys.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem.
Bullshit.
All right, cool.
Well, listen, they did vote on it, and it's still legal.
It's still a legal play.
Been tabled.
Yeah.
There's quite a few.
tabled.
There's quite a few rule changes this year, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know.
So
that or not.
is it not legal?
It is.
No.
It is
No.
still legal.
It's still legal. I'm saying,
Right.
but no, you said they voted on it. They didn't. It's tabled. So it's right now. They're just going to put it to the side.
That's not what I heard. I heard 16 teams voted
No,
for it.
it's tabled.
So, until when?
No, but I heard they
year.
voted on it, and 16 teams voted for it, and I guess 16 teams didn't, and you need a majority to change it. So they table it for a future date.
Okay.
But I heard they did vote on it.
Next.
I understand, but I'm saying that it's not. I thought you meant like they voted on it. Now it's legal. It's going to stay. That's what I thought.
But it is legal.
That's what I was hearing too.
And it is going to stay.
No.
Right now, for now, it's staying.
No, I understand, but I'm saying a final decision has been made.
I think it has been.
No, it hasn't. Because why would they table it?
Still going to be a legal play for the next
Yeah.
season.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying a final decision has been made.
It's up for discussion still.
For later on, future discussion.
Yeah. Oh no, I think this season though. I don't think it's a decision. I don't think it's.
It's legal for
100%
this year. It's legal for next year. the
going into
following year.
2026.
Yes.
This is my point. Like they're done making the rule changes. This is it. So it's good to go.
I don't know, man. I'm confused now.
I don't know. I still think it's going to be a topic for discussion. So if you're saying for this year, then okay, then you're right, Mike.
It's political, right? So 16 teams wanted it. Now it's up to, those teams to fucking get other teams on board and fucking try to get a majority and fucking vote them out. Vote the rule down. But, in all sportsmanship, right? Stop me, if I'm that good, stop me. If you're that good at defense, you should be able to stop a guy going for a yard.
Dude, I agree. I'm on team Mike D.
Yeah, I disagree.
All right, so check this out. Let me know what you think about this. Here's what has changed. Overtime has changed. Touchbacks will now be moved out to the 35-yard line. Replay assist. This is a big one. It can over call flags now too.
Right. Fast, they said, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah. So like New York is always watching. A penalty happens or doesn't happen. they could immediately step in and rectify things and make things right and make the game go faster. Supposedly, we'll see.
I do. You seen them with guys like they pick the flag up and stuff because they're getting it. Somebody from New York saying no, not a foul.
Yeah, and first downs will be measured electronically this year.
Really?
Yes.
Well, we talked about that, right? We were saying that.
Yeah, in the group chat we talked about.
So a computer is going to say first down or not. They're not going to have measuring sticks.
They are going to have.
Well, they're
measuring
still going to
sticks.
have. They're still going to have the analog version, but they're going to rely on the electronic version.
Okay, so the headsets that the officials wear, they can't talk to. I know they can talk to each other with that, but New York is also in their ear too.
I think the head official, New York's in there.
Yeah, they get buzzed. So there's an official in the booth that triggers the official on the field that New York is looking at something or like stop play because something.
Got it.
Now I find that overtime rule is you guys know what the new overtime rule is?
No.
So they're saying how it was they've been doing it in the past few years. They shorten it down to 10 minutes, right? And then if whoever wins a coin toss, right? So if Joe, you win the coin toss, you go down, you score a touchdown, game over. I don't get a chance. I don't get a possession. So now what they're doing is they're allowing the other team to have possession, but they're not changing the time. So, 10 minutes. Dude, you could do a 10-minute. We see 10-minute drives all the time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it's like, I feel like the fact that they, change that, they're giving the team an opportunity to have a chance, to score as well and not change the time frame. I thought that was interesting.
So let me ask you a question. Let's say your team gets the ball in overtime and does a 9-minute
Drive.
or even, I guess, a 9-minute and fucking 45-second drive. Scores the touchdown. The other team gets the ball for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
It's not really fair then.
Well, that's why I'm shocked that they changed the time.
Is it more fair this way or that you don't get a chance at all?
Yeah.
I guess you give him 15 seconds.
Well, but you have an opportunity, right?
Yeah,
it's always a Hail Mary.
guess,
It's always something, something can happen,
I think it's fair. I like it.
Yeah. I just, maybe give him 12 minutes.
We have seen games end in ties. That's not unheard of. Regular season.
That's the thing. I think we're going to see a lot more ties now.
You think you see more?
I think we're going to see more ties. Ties used to be very uncommon.
Right. But we have seen them.
Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? But I think we're going to see more ties now.
I don't think any competitive sport should end in a tie.
No, me either.
I agree.
What was the point of playing if keep going to overtime until someone actually scores?
But then they start risking injury and stuff, and that's they're trying to.
But like soccer and hockey, the shootouts are cool.
Right. So do like a kickoff then. Field goal start at the 25, then move it back to the 35.
That would be cool.
Then move it back to the 45.
I agree with that. I think that.
What about a shootout with the field goals?
Yeah, that's
what Mike's saying.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's another one that was tabled was the playoff format reseeding after every game. They tabled that.
Reseeding after every game.
Wait, what?
Well,
under the proposal, a wild card team can be reseeded higher than a division winning team if the wild card team had a better record.
It's because of the Minnesota Vikings went 14-2 and had to go on the road and play a wild card game, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like that.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
You like the divisions?
You land where you land, and you should stay there.
That's it. You win your division. Win division, you got home field advantage, and
What other sport does it? I can't think of any other sport that would reseed.
No.
Can you?
No. I don't think so. No. Basketball doesn't.
No.
Fucking basketball's. I can't wait for the playoffs.
Couple weeks.
I know.
Yeah, couple weeks.
Fucking season went fast.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because no one's interested.
They fucking played really well last week without Cole Anthony Towns and Brunson.
Yeah, but they're playing 76ers.
I know. They still won. They played fast basketball the whole game.
Are the 76ers the worst team in the league right now?
No, but they cashed it in. They gave up.
No, yeah, I'm saying worst thing because I think they're going right. They're giving up and going for the lottery pick or something.
Well, yeah, I think Washington right now. I think might be the worst team.
Yeah,
I believe. Yeah, All right, let's keep it moving. Let's get out of sports for a moment, and let's keep it moving with. Did you guys hear this story? It's crazy. This is a crazy story. We all have children and stuff, and I'm sure we've all checked underneath the bed for monsters, right? We checked the closet. We've done all that, right? Kids, get nervous and get scared and stuff. This is a situation that happened in Kansas. All right, so this happened a few days ago. Okay, and I'm just gonna read it real quick for you. The myth of
what is that bulge in front of your trousers?
Right as I'm about to read, thank you. The myth of a boogeyman hiding under the bed came true for one Kansas family this week after a child's complaint led to a man's arrest. Ooh. Okay, Bartons County Sheriff's Office said in a statement that it responded to reports of a disturbance at a house outside the city of Great Bend on Monday. The unnamed babysitter told authorities that she was getting the kids ready for bed when one complained about a monster under the bed. Her efforts to reassure them otherwise didn't go quite as planned. When the victim attempted to show the child there was nothing under the bed, she came face to face with a male suspect who was hiding there.
Motherfucker.
Giggity, giggity.
An altercation ensued when the babysitter and one child was knocked over in the struggle. The suspect is a 27-year-old man who once lived at the residence. The statement says, but who was under a protection from abuse order that required him to stay away from the property.
What the fuck is that?
They're not publishing his name because whether he's been charged in connection with this incident is unclear.
What's an abuse order?
That's how
I don't know. Is that kind of like an order of protection kind of thing? I don't know.
From the property.
Yeah, I guess because
he must have mental illness.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He probably just kept going back like, this is my room. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but why under the bed?
God, man.
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine though? Can you imagine like just telling the kids like, I stop. Come on, guys, it's all right. It's all right.
Fucking bed. There's nothing under your bed.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
You know what I'm saying? Telling your child that everything is good. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? There's no monsters, no such thing and everything like that. And then you go to fucking, you go to look underneath the bed and you see there's a guy there.
That poor girl.
Can you imagine?
No way. She probably literally shit her pants. You know what I mean? And he's lucky that, she don't have a gun or so, or, God forbid, she would have killed him.
I'm just saying, man, of all days, like that would fucking kill me. Of all days that I'm not there, I'm not the one that's looking under the bed to check. It's, I'm gone. I got to
be babysitter.
Would you flip the bed and rip that motherfucker?
Bro, that motherfucker. Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Stretcher. He's going out on a stretcher. You know what I mean? At best. At best.
There's no excuse for it. Even mentally, like, get the fuck out of my kid's room. What?
I mean, bro, right? We've all seen that movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine the horror, the fear?
No, that poor babysitter. That woman, she's
always remember this
therapy now.
Always remember this phrase. I was afraid for my life. In any situation where you have to use self-defense or you think you have to use self-defense, if the police show up, I was in fear for my life. That's the phrase you have to use if they ask a question. Just remember it at all times. That is your PSA for today. Thank you.
Nah, thank you. And I wasn't law enforcement. We fear for our safety. Yeah. So that just crazy. Like I said, just wanted to get you guys' take. Like, can you just imagine?
Yeah, no, I can't imagine.
And then at the same time, like, you're just telling you, like, you're saying,
cut the shit out, go to bed. Yeah, right. Enough.
You can't stay up any longer. Just stop.
There's no boogeyman. Get the fuck to bed.
By the way, I just shot some rifles recently. Gabe, I need a recommendation for a nice entry level rifle. Keep that
rifle, AR, or
just
shotgun?
A regular rifle,
like hunting rifle,
bolt action, 30-06,
like a.
Tell them that thing got a missile. It shoots
like a 12 gauge.
So okay, what are you going to use it for?
That's a shotgun. You want a rifle or a shotgun?
Oh, shotgun, just to keep in my house.
12 gauge Mossberg 500 12 gauge shotgun.
Yeah, we'll talk. I don't know if we should talk off air because whatever I tell you is going to be useful to whoever listens. So we'll talk off air, and then if you think it's good advice, we could talk about it next time.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so moving on. Did you guys hear that TikTok has a deadline to be sold, and that deadline's coming up April 5th, which is this Saturday?
Yeah.
Are we looking at now? I'm trying to figure. Are we looking at a possible ban again if it doesn't sell?
So
even though the ban was what I know, the ban was like 30 minutes.
I think there's like 3 or 4 deals on the table though.
Is Amazon part of it? Is that what I heard?
No,
There's
but
multiple.
I know,
there's multiple. Yeah, from what I'm looking at, this is from a bipartisan place called The Guardian. It is. There's multiple offers on the table, so there's a lot of interest. It's just a matter of China's company wanting to sell it.
they still want to maintain majority ownership. I think that's the issue, right?
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah.
Last I heard, there was a guy, right, that Reed Radner. He's a Wyoming billionaire and CEO of Radner Media.
Oh yeah,
You've heard of Radner Media?
Of course, who hasn't?
yeah. I think he's got one of the biggest houses out in Hamptons.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But is that true? You've heard of Radner Media too?
You haven't gone to the R&R party? Let's not talk about it. We'll talk off air.
Are you fucking with me right
The
now?
R&R party, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
You thought P. Diddy was back.
Have you heard of him?
I have.
You have. Okay. I never heard of him, and I think right now he's like coming as the highest bidder, and it's at $47.5 billion.
Oh my god.
Like this is insane.
This YouTube kid, Mr. Beast. I don't know if you've heard of him.
From you said, you heard of him?
He's got a group of investors, and they're making a viable offer on it too.
Dude, so if he's willing to pay $47.5 billion, what is this thing valued at?
So hold on. That's my question. Recently, is this right that Elon Musk sold X to the new AI company that he created
Oh,
for $33 billion? I thought I heard that number.
I don't know. Didn't he pay like $65 billion for X?
So yeah, he sold X to X. Yeah, it's a different company that's associated with X. It's the parent company or something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
So he doesn't own.
So, do you know the value that he sold it for? Because it could be almost comparable to TikTok.
Yeah, he made a lot of money on that. Yeah.
Wait, but how do you make? Didn't he buy it for $65 million?
I don't know, man.
Hold
That's
on
what I
a second.
thought.
I might be thinking of something else. We're talking about. Hold on.
Anyway, TikTok.
Dude, it surpassed Google as the biggest search engine in the world. So people going to TikTok to look things up more than they are Google.
Are you kidding me?
So that was my question. So like I said, if this guy's willing to pay $47.5 billion, what is this thing valued at? It's got to be at least double that, right?
I mean, yeah.
Right? When you think it's
think so.
valued,
Yeah.
What, 80 something billion?
100, bro.
And he's only willing to pay 47. I think they would ask for a lot more.
No, because you're buying it. This is what you're buying it now. You know what I mean? Like, as far as the value, you're thinking of like a head and stuff and potential. I don't know, man. It's
mind-boggling.
when I saw that number, I was like, and they didn't say yes.
If they tell Jerry Jones that,
You know what I mean? I was like,
that
what?
the Cowboys are worth $6 billion, you think he's selling it for 6? No, he's going to sell it for 8, 12. You know what I mean?
No, you can only sell it for what it's worth, really.
Or what someone's willing to pay for it.
Or that. Yeah. So.
I don't know. Find it interesting. I just wonder if we're going to see a ban. I think if we do see a ban, my God, I mean, there's millions and millions. Something's going to affect millions and millions of people.
So many people make a lot of money off TikTok.
Yeah.
Like it's a big channel for income for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So shutting it down wouldn't be good.
Well, we got a few more days. So, guys, do not delete the app. Okay? Do not delete the app.
Not yet.
Dude, there were iPhones on eBay. So when that first ban happened, even though it was only 24 hours or whatever it was, I think it was less than 24
I think
hours.
so.
People deleted the app. And then it was not in the App Store, and it's still not in the App Store, I don't think.
No, my
This
son got
must
it
be an
back.
Apple.
Oh, he
This
did?
must be an Apple only thing because it's still there for Android.
No. It came back because I brought up my son, for whatever reason, deleted it.
Well,
It
for a
never
couple weeks.
went away for Android though.
Really?
Oh, never went away.
No.
Oh, okay.
For a couple weeks, it wasn't in the App Store, and there were people selling their phones with TikTok on it on eBay for like $5,000.
Shit, he should have cashed in. Oh, no, he couldn't have. I should have cashed it.
So really quick, XAI was acquired, has acquired X in an all stock transaction. Musk said that the combination values at 80 billion and
80
X
billion.
at 33 billion. So 45 billion less because of the 12 billion in debt.
But did it say what he originally bought it for a couple years ago?
No, but I think the valuation went up since then. So there might still be a negative because I know he overpaid.
See, but I feel like it went down because I feel like a lot of people jumped off.
So
X, their valuation went up since then.
Gabe, real quick. I'm an X. I look on X and I like to scroll through it, but I'm not that into it. I do go to it though. Community notes. I know that's something that Elon Musk added to X when he took it over. Mm-hmm. Is that, keeping freedom of speech on there? Community notes is an extra platform built in, so it's like fact checking, or is that what that is?
Right. It's real time fact checking.
Okay.
So basically, if you know the term ratio.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it is. So it uses AI in the fact that there's a ratio going on of no, this is taken out of context, or no, this is inaccurate because this happened, or this person might be talking about this amendment, but hold on a second, because there was a amendment to this amendment, and here it is. So the community notes basically fact checks without a bias.
Got it.
And that's something that's missing from TikTok, Instagram, and
that's
Facebook.
why I brought it up, because I think it's coming to Facebook.
Yeah, you're right. Zuckerberg is adopting something like that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not familiar with it. So what happened? Let's say you play a video.
So like on Facebook, if you say something politically, your political opinion, and it doesn't, color the right way for somebody, you can get banned from Facebook for 30 days.
Right now.
Right.
The way it is. Right.
X.
Wait, so if it doesn't,
If you say something on Facebook,
so if I
fuck Donald Trump, I hate fucking Donald Trump. Fuck the
even
Republicans.
if I dead name someone that went trans, if I dead, who's that famous Elliot Page, who was Ellen Page? If I say Ellen Page, that's dead naming this person. That can get me banned.
You get banned.
So Facebook decides that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now Twitter, that doesn't exist. You could write whatever the fuck you want. You could post whatever you want. But there's community notes that they added since Elon Musk purchased.
It's like a little link that you have to touch.
Yeah, it's like a little tab you can go to, and it kind of
corrects the video.
It kind of gives you
right.
It doesn't correct it, I don't think, but
it doesn't correct it, but it gives another side of like, hey, this person is saying this may be factual, but this part of it is not factual, or this whole thing is not factual, or something. It'll self-correct the post.
Yeah. So apparently Facebook's adopting that as well. So, you could really say what you want to say on there without getting banned.
But we're taking that AI as absolute truth.
No, it's not AI. It's based on AI. So AI is gathering the information from everyone within the community. So you have to be a person to
it's
say,
almost like
no,
Wikipedia.
No. Yeah. So say, for example, I make a post and I say, Mike is stinky because he's just stinky. And you reply to it and you say, no, community notes, this is inaccurate. I'm stinky because I've been working all fucking day like a man. Exactly. And this pussy has just been sitting on his ass behind a keyboard doing nothing.
Yeah, so it's community, people contributing to this, to the information being input there. That makes sense.
How quickly do you get banned? Or were you getting banned?
Facebook?
Yeah.
Like if you post something where they don't
Almost
approve
instantly.
of, instantly.
Really?
So how is that?
Like
it's a
people
bot.
People used to
checking
joke
it?
like, "Oh, I'm in Facebook jail."
But I'm saying, is that what it is? It's a bot that's checking, and they're just looking for some.
Yeah. They used AI for that.
Keywords.
Also. Yeah. Yep,
I guess.
exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Scary shit, man. Speaking of scary, guys, it's a question here for you. Does your wife know your PIN and password on your phone or your computer?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. I don't know
my wife,
the other way.
My computer doesn't have passwords and shit, but my phone, no. No. But she has my location. We share that, but I don't know. It's a two-way thing. I millions of times just hand her my phone. Like look at this and stuff. But there's nothing to hide. But she didn't, need to know my password. I don't know.
Now, Gabe, you brought this up, so talk to me. Talk to us.
So, my wife trusts me 100%. I'm not, a player. I used to be a player.
Oh, yeah, you?
I used to crush a lot,
but
not
not a
anymore.
player. He's crushed a lot.
Getting them cheeks.
So what happened was our front door is a keypad. It's a deadbolt with a keypad. And the only way to access the Wi-Fi setting on it is to have my phone with a passcode, a PIN, or fingerprint or face recognition for security reasons. And I never have my phone unlocked or locked. It's always you could just swipe and unlock it. So
wait, you have the PIN number option turned off, the security feature?
Yeah. So you can
if you lose it, then someone could pick it up and just start using your shit.
Yep.
Like,
but I never.
That's dangerous.
But I never lose my phone. I mean, literally. I'm knock on wood. I've never lost my phone. So I'm to me, that's not a big deal. So to enable this Wi-Fi feature on my deadbolt, I have to enable security features on my phone because there's an app that controls the Wi-Fi feature on the deadbolt, which is a whole fucking rigmarole and pain in the fucking ass that I don't really want to go into. But anyway, I told my wife, listen, if anything happens to me, if you need to get in my phone for any reason because of, financial reasons or, an app or whatever, the passcode is this.
And don't go to TikTok.
Well, I don't have those apps to begin with. I don't have TikTok or Instagram. But even for my computer, if I die, she needs to come to my computer to pay the mortgage every month. So she needs to know the password for that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of things that I share with her, not only because it's beneficial for her, but I don't mind because I have nothing to hide. Like, she might stumble across a stupid fucking not homophobic, but what do they call it?
Yeah, a homophobic.
Homoerotic.
No, she definitely
homoerotic,
funny,
funny messages to a friend, like, suck my dick, fuck you.
That shit is not funny, bro. That shit is not funny.
Like, she might see something like, tell my friend, and, suck my dick or something like that. So, but for the most part, I really have nothing to hide from my wife. So there's no reason for me to hide any passwords to any of my electronics.
Yeah, I mean, same. I have young kids. They know my code. My family has the same code for everything. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we do. Like,
and what's that code?
Big boy.
So I have certain apps, which is nice about. I don't know if the Android does this, but like my email, like if my daughter's playing with my phone, she can, like I have my email, like she can't open my email, and it needs Face ID to open.
Oh, really?
And a couple of apps, you can get into my phone, but you need Face ID to open certain apps.
You could set that up on your phone?
Yeah.
What is that, on the privacy and security?
No, like I'll show you later, but you just hold down on the app and it asks you if you wanted to set Face ID.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. I'm same boat. My wife knows my code. I have to say my wife's on my phone a lot at night. A lot because she never has her phone on her, and we'll be watching something, doing something, and she's always just like, do you have your phone on you, whatever? And she's scrolling through, whether it's looking at houses, Amazon.
Yeah.
Well, I watch it, looking up who, what do I know this actress from? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. So it's always on my phone because she just never has a phone near her.
Is there a vice versa incident where you're on her phone?
No, there was just today. There was a situation. As far as for whatever reason, the American Express is in her name. Like I have the app, but like when I go to pay
She's
a bill,
the baller, pal.
When I pay
That's
the
a
bill,
flex.
You know what I mean? So it's in her. So
American
I need
Express. There's the flex.
She got the American Express black.
I need her to. I need to pay it on her app. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. So I was like, so.
Yeah.
So say that I know her code. You know what I mean? It's the same thing, but I need her face though. To open up certain things.
5555555.
Yeah, but like I said, she's on my phone. A lot. So yeah, same thing. I thought I'm going to be honest with you, Gabe. I thought you had a better story than that, but moving on. Moving on. Why you want to know? The more you know, exactly. Guys, I wanted to bring something up. I don't know if you guys know about this, all right? But I'm going through this right now, and actually, got a DMV appointment tomorrow. The DMV sucks.
You can make an appointment?
That's the only way to get to the DMV now, dude. If you need to do anything at the Department of Motor Vehicles, now this is at least in New York. I don't know how it is, Gabe, in Tennessee, but in New York, the only way you can do something in the Department of Motor Vehicles is you have to make an appointment, and that's days in advance.
Right.
So
That's horrible.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have to make the appointment in person, or can you make
no, you can do it online.
Oh,
you can do it online. Okay. Yes. So we're in a situation where starting, and once again, this is maybe just in New York. I don't know if it's by you, Gabe, but starting on May 7th of this year, okay, you cannot get on a plane without an enhanced license or a passport. Either or. You don't need both. It's either or.
So they've delayed this for a few years. This was supposed to happen, I think, 2 years ago.
It was.
Okay. So you have an enhanced license by you?
Yeah.
Okay. So I kind of assumed it was a countrywide thing because the enhanced, like you can get into Canada, with the enhanced license, right. You don't need a passport.
It's like a bomb is whatever. It's like a soft passport, right?
Kind of. The only difference is if you look at the back of the license, there's got this barcode on there, with a bunch of different numbers and stuff. That's the difference between, because I have an enhanced license.
You do have it now?
I've had it. I've had it for years. I have an enhanced license. My son just got his license. I made sure he did it. This is before I even knew
you needed
that it was mandatory. We're going on a flight. We're flying down on May 7th to South Carolina because my daughter's graduating college. So she needs to get this done. We're talking just
your wife?
A little over a month away. Yeah, my wife. And my daughter doesn't have it either. And she's in South Carolina. So for her to come up here and do it, that's going to, you can't do it online. You have to do it in person. But she has a passport, so she'll be all right. She's actually coming home next weekend. So I'm trying to get her to make an appointment to do it. Anyway.
Well, really quick, just so whoever's listening doesn't know what he's talking about, it's also called a real ID. So the terms work interchangeably, just in case anyone's wondering. Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. That's good. So I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of people that don't know about this. Did you guys hear about this?
I've had mine for like at least 3 years, probably.
Okay, but I'm saying, did you hear about this? That you needed it done by May 7th or?
No.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like a lot of people don't know.
Well, when you say needed done by, it takes control May 7th. So if you plan on flying,
it goes to effect May 7th.
Plan on flying.
If you don't have it, you can't fly.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, if you're not flying anytime soon, it's not such a rush. You know what I mean? But you're gonna have to get this done. Do you have it?
I don't think so. I got
Let me see license.
Weird license. It's in the car.
Oh, one, two.
It's in the car.
What do you mean it's weird?
It's like see-through part of it, and it's got like a swirl. I don't know if that's the real one. I don't know.
If it's the real one,
It'll have
the real ID. The real ID.
Did you?
It'll
get
have
it
a
in Times Square?
holographic. It'll be like a holographic star that'll be on there somewhere.
Star.
Like
You get it
it's
in
a
Times Square.
I don't know.
hologram or
And I
something
don't have a
like that.
passport.
Yeah.
I'm driving to Chicago.
Yeah, no, but honestly, dude, I would start. I mean, because it's hard for you because you work Monday through Friday. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to probably take a day off of this.
To get the enhanced license?
Yeah, you can't because you can't do it online. It's such bullshit. The fact that you can't do it online and my wife's going tomorrow. She's got to go tomorrow. She's leaving. She's got to leave a little. Get out of school a little early from her job, and she's going tomorrow. You can't even use your driver's license as a form of ID.
What? At the DMV?
Yeah. No, in this particular case, she needs to get I'm kind of reminding myself, I got to search for something. She needs like a pay stub from her job. She
Birth
needs
certificate.
birth certificate. You know what I mean? She needs something else. But I'm like, how is your license not good enough?
Right. How is that not valid?
You know what I mean?
You people issued it to
Yeah.
me.
Meanwhile, but I'll tell you what, but you don't need ID to vote. You don't need a license to vote in this.
I think they're changing that now, boy.
Ah, well,
They're about to change it.
They should. It is.
I think you're going to need your passport to vote. You got to show that you're an American citizen or some shit.
Well, I don't know if you did. I mean, it's probably either a passport or an ID.
There's different IDs. IDs issued by the states have different designations listed on them. For example, one of my friends has a green card. He's from Australia, so he's a legal immigrant. So his ID is different from what his wife's.
Hence the term friend.
Yeah.
Friend.
Yeah. His ID is different from what his wife's ID looks like, who is a naturalized born citizen in the United States.
All right. So let's keep it moving. But just guys, people, if you're not aware, go get that enhanced license. Anyway,
You guys ever hear of Borg? B-O-R-G, Borg.
Yeah.
I feel like
that term.
I feel like is it like a Viking kind of like
These kids are
acronym?
drinking this shit.
oh Borg.
It's like
That's Borg.
they make this gallon fucking mixture of vodka and let's say fucking Crystal Light or some shit and doing these Borg. So now when they go to a party, everybody makes their own gallon and fucking.
I thought it was like a tool company or something like that. I don't know.
Oh no.
That's ringing a bell.
Yeah.
So okay,
I'm
Borg,
picturing that.
Borg is an acronym. It stands for Blackout Rage Gallon, which,
Yeah.
like Mike said, it's a concoction that's made in a plastic jug.
Where'd you hear about this?
I saw it on Instagram.
Blackout Rage Gallon. No.
But it's the new thing. Like when they go to parties, like, I don't rely on going to your house to drink your beers. I'm going to show up with my gallon of Borg. You have your gallon. Everybody has all their, different flavors and shit and fucking.
You know what, dude? That would be nice if you did bring something.
I mean, that just go. You hear how these kids talk now? Like your kids are a little older. Yours are a little older too. But like some of the lingo these days, bro, I don't understand it. Do you?
Blows your
Like-
mind, huh?
Have you heard "say less"? Say less.
No.
I have.
Say less. Someone that works for me said, "Say less, OG." I was like, "Yo."
Oh wow, that's cringe.
I said, "Come here for a second." And I had to talk with him, and I said, "Bro, I'm not your fucking friend. Don't talk to me like."
But is that what it really means? Like, stop talking?
Yeah.
No,
It's
it's,
like
it's
a
supposed to
polite-
mean like it's supposed like say no more.
I thought
it's
it,
like it's the
I thought it was
opposite.
like a polite way of saying "shut up."
Shut
honestly.
the fuck up, bro. I got it.
No, it's like
Say
if you
less.
say if you tell me, hey,
Say less,
we need to have this episode edited tonight. I'm like, say
Don't
no
really
more.
say less.
It's just like it's like
gonna
say
happen.
less. Like I already knew that. Like
Oh, okay. I took it a different way, but maybe you're right. But it's just some of this terminology, these kids, man.
You're an old fart.
I hear that.
Get
dude.
off my lawn.
It just reminds me of Hamilton. Remember, like,
Yeah.
say less, smile more?
Yeah, yeah. Say less.
Did you just quote Hamilton?
I did. The play?
Hey,
Great show, dude.
I never got a chance to see that.
Great. What's the problem, Mike?
I don't know. I put that shit on. I after like 2 minutes, I couldn't fucking.
No, you got to go. You got to go to the theater.
Yeah.
to see that
I
shit.
saw it live, bro.
You
It's
know what?
amazing.
I
Amazing.
gotta
You
agree with
understood
Mike.
everything?
I gotta agree with Mike. That shit was corny as fuck.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, you see it live, amazing.
I was like, this is the most corny woke shit that I've ever fucking seen in my life.
He's like, Alexander Hamilton was a white dude, right?
Oh, well,
But talking about woke, I heard Cinderella didn't do very well in the,
Snow White.
Snow White.
Snow White.
Yeah. Cinderella didn't do good either.
I heard it didn't do well either. That girl-
because it's bad or just
no, I think
People were
That
saying
too.
it's woke because they used a colored girl for the.
that girl was catching a lot of shit, man. That girl.
She talked a lot of shit, right?
Talked a lot of
she's-
shit.
She's
Yeah.
controversial.
She was like a lot of controversy was she was in very supportive of Hamas and all the stuff that's going on in Israel, and Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
She plays the Wicked Witch.
She's
really?
Israeli.
Well, not the Wicked Witch, whatever, the witch. You know what I mean? The one,
Yeah.
the mirror on the wall, she plays that part in the movie, and obviously she's Israeli. She's from Israel, you know what I mean? So you know where she stands, you know what I mean? So it was a lot of controversy and stuff.
Yeah. Well, the movie
leading up to that.
didn't
Yeah.
do good in the theater.
That's what I heard.
Even the midgets are pissed off because they didn't use real midgets in it. They used AI. So like, why didn't you just hire us?
Yeah, I know, but we can't say midgets. We got to say small people.
Do we really?
Huh?
I mean, come on, seriously. They've been midgets our whole life.
Yeah.
Like, when did that become offensive?
Dude, there's a lot of things that are offensive. Huh?
I love midget porn, right? That's offensive?
Well,
Is that offensive?
there's a few words that were on last week's pod that are very offensive in society that came out. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But listen, isn't like midget like a clinical scientific term? Honestly,
Dude, it could be, but apparently that group of people,
they don't like it.
they don't like that word.
I like to interview a small person and ask them like, is that really offensive? I mean, I'm fat. You know what I mean? Is that offensive?
Well, that's I mean, you hear that all the
You
time.
are what you are. I mean, it's
I agree.
a term,
I got big ears, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
I get it. Yeah. You know what I mean? But apparently that is. I mean, that's like, to call somebody fat nowadays is like, what do they call it? Body shaming and, all this other stuff. This fucking guy, man.
You ain't first. You're next.
That's Joey. That's Joey hiding behind the soundboard. Okay.
Listen, if you call a woman fat, that's body shaming. You know what I mean? But like, if I call you fat,
Why? What's the difference?
because you're a man, you should be able to take it.
Bro.
Constructive criticism.
Don't. I don't care. You can call me fat all you want. You know that.
Yeah, but
You
that's the
have.
thing.
For many years of my life, you have.
But if I say that to a woman, that's highly offensive. That's crossing the
No,
line.
I agree. You can't do
No,
that. But
right.
I'm just saying that there's been a couple of things that have come up on this show or on our podcast here that words have been a little fucking offensive.
Listen. Any publicity is good publicity.
Hey,
Fuck them if they can't take a joke. You know what I mean?
is it a joke though? Is it a joke?
Maybe not.
Or is this just how you fucking guys talk? Huh?
Oh,
All right.
the language on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Matter with that mouth?
Oh, I love that.
All right, guys. Let's. This is one more topic here before we get into our brew crew email, and that's everybody. Gabe loves to sing "Happy Birthday" at a restaurant. Okay, to strangers. Gabe, talk to us. What happened?
Well, the wife and I went to dinner. It's supposed to be just chill. We worked hard all day. We just want to have a nice dinner and just relax. And we're talking, having a just conversation. Just finished our little roll that they give before the meal comes out. And all of a sudden, happy birthday. Ba 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 ba. And I'm just like, fuck.
You got to clap along.
And we have to stop our conversation because it's just right next to us.
We're gonna get flagged.
No.
Is this the song from
This is
Neverending
just Stevie
Story?
Wonder. This is just Stevie Wonder. Happy birthday. We're not gonna get flagged.
I'll see if I could drown it out. But yeah, so it happened 10 minutes later, again, right next to us. And I'm just like, fuck. I just want to have a meal without fucking this interruption in conversation with
Well,
my
dude,
wife.
maybe you should take your wife someplace other than Chuck E. Cheese.
It's not.
That fucking mouse was dead.
Yeah, you're kind of asking for it, bro. You know
not-
what I mean?
it's-
I don't care how
here's
good
this-
the pizza is.
Here's the sad part. It's like the most classiest restaurant in my town. So
Now it's funny. It's so funny that you brought this up as a topic for this week because my daughter's birthday was just Friday. She came home and we went out and she wanted hibachi. She lives in South Carolina right now. She goes in school and stuff. And so she's not getting good, Chinese, Asian kind of food. We stopped on the way home from the airport. We stopped at Little Vincent's because she wanted pizza.
Nice.
And that's the only place open, you know what I mean? After 10 o'clock around here. And, so we did, and we did, we did the whole birthday, nonsense and stuff, they come out with a freaking big drum, man. They're like, bam, boom, boom, boom. They're all singing and stuff. And,
That's cool.
it was cool. And, shout out to my girl, 22 years old. My God, I can't believe she's
Happy birthday.
22 years old.
Bella.
Happy birthday.
But it's just funny. And then like 2 days later or the next day, Gabe sends out, topic for the show. We need, who hates fucking singing happy birthday to strangers? You know what I mean? And meanwhile, we had you're at a bocce table, it's 20 people at the table, I'm saying, around the table, and they were all singing.
I fucking hate when it happens
I'm
to me.
Donald Trump.
I was just about to ask, do you cringe when
I
it's
do.
you?
I do
And
cringe.
everybody's staring
I
at
kind
you?
of just melt down and fucking. I don't like that.
You don't like the spotlight?
No.
I'm not even a big fan when it's just like, my wife and my two kids. You know what I mean? I'm
Same.
like, let's just, come on.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
You gotta live it up. We only live life once, and life is short.
I'm getting to just dislike my own birthday.
Yeah.
I love celebrating other people's birthdays, but my birthday, I'm just like, let's just move it along here. You know what I mean?
I don't like the attention, but something you have to acknowledge.
Yeah.
Comes once a year.
You guys are you 50 yet?
No, next year.
I'll be 50 in November.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm planning a big party though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I made it.
Gabe, how old are you again?
I'll be 48 this year.
Okay.
Next in 2 months. Next month.
May 1st, right?
20th.
May
May 20th?
Yeah.
No. Fuck.
I feel like this.
I got the Jeopardy question wrong.
Yeah, this comes up
all the time with his birthday.
You know what I'm hinting at, right? I want a fucking present for my birthday.
That's what it sounds like. Sounds like. I'm gonna get you a gift certificate at Chuck E. Cheese. All right, guys. How do we wrap things up around here?
Bum, bum, bum.
The Brew Crew email.
That's right. And Brew Crew email.
Bomb.
Brew Crew email.
Oh.
Joey, what's our email?
Our email is brewcrew@beersandbs.com.
Ooh.
Very good. Mike, where can everybody find us?
Anywhere they get their podcasts, like Apple, Amazon, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, Odyssey, you name it, we're there.
Very good, very good. And all of that is thanks to Mike D. So, Mike, thank you.
I was trying to get us on fucking Sirius XM. I got to figure this shit out. They have a new Sirius XM Podcast Plus platform. I got to figure out how to get it.
So it's just podcasts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people pay for it. I don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know.
All right, that would be nice.
I got to figure it out.
All right, Brew Crew email. Guys, first one is from a first-time emailer. I'm going to break the soundboard in about 5 seconds. And that's...
Oh, boy.
That's Eli from Hackensack. When I saw Eli, I'm going to be honest, guys. Everybody knows Hackensack. Shut the fuck up. Everybody knows Hackensack is from New Jersey. All right. When I saw Eli from I got to be honest. It moved a little bit.
Got a Woody, huh?
It moved a little bit.
Eli, my man.
Gabe knows all about this. We all have shortcomings, right, Gabe? What is something you might be embarrassed about that you can't do or not good at?
Oh man!
Now I know we had a similar question about this way early on in this podcast, but we all have shortcomings. What is something you might be embarrassed about that you can't do or not? I gotta be honest with you guys. When I read this, I instantly had I knew what it was.
Yeah, I know mine too. Yeah.
I honestly don't know.
No, yeah, that's fucking shocker. You want to go, guy, Mike?
Yeah. So for me, the one thing I regret and I'm embarrassed, that I do not speak Spanish. I wish I did. My mother speaks fluent Spanish. 50% of my family speaks Spanish.
Español?
Very little, man. Very little.
Dude, that is a great one because I share that with you. That wasn't my answer, but I do. I share that.
Yeah,
with you.
I regret it, and it's when I'm around Spanish people, it's not almost embarrassing. Like I should know it.
They make you fucking feel shame, right?
Like,
I've been shamed, dude, for not they're like, what do you mean you don't speak Spanish?
Right.
And I'm like, well, were your parents born here?
Yeah,
they were.
Yeah.
Okay, so my parents weren't born here. We know this, right? Like I'm first generation, and the fact that I kind of when I was a kid, when I was real young, they would speak it to me, and they said I used to speak it. You know what I mean? I understand it a little bit more, than
Adrian. Go fuck yourself.
That's not Spanish, but
whatever.
And that is, but I've been kind of shamed for it.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't speak Spanish?
Right.
Are you kidding me?
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. But that's a great answer, dude. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even think about that. When I read this question, the first thing I thought about, because this is something that it kind of comes up often. And I'm even embarrassed to say it right now. You know what I mean? I don't know how to shuffle cards.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, you see, look at him. Like, see, yeah, look, I'm fucking right. You look at me.
When you play cards, you scatter them all over the table and put it back in the pile.
It is a weak shuffle, dude.
No bridge.
It's not it's weak, bro. And then I kind of put them all together. It's weak, dude. It's not a great shuffle.
But that's something you can fix. You have a lot of time.
It takes strong hands, so I get it. I mean, you got to have a good firm grip on the cards when you fucking...
Yeah. Dude, let me tell you right now. So, I'm playing cards with people, and, you go around table and stuff, and I'm fucking, oh, God.
Dreading that your turn coming up.
Because I'm not really good. I can't do that. Like that bridge, I can't do it. Dude, to the point where, playing cards with my family, I got an automatic shuffler.
Really?
Yeah, I put an automatic shuffler. You know,
Those things
that's
work.
what you get on this fucking podcast. All right, you get brutal honesty.
Honestly.
Well, they work good, those shufflers.
Yeah, but it's something that, and you're right. I should be working, but I don't really think about it until I have to shuffle. You know?
Dude, I'm really stumped with this, honestly.
Yeah, you're fucking great. You're
No,
great at everything.
I'm not.
Everything
You're great at
I
excellent.
have a lot of downsides to me. The only thing I can think of,
in front of your trousers.
I don't. I don't eat leftovers. I'm a little embarrassed by that.
Yeah.
I'm not good at eating leftovers. Like if there's a really good meal,
You should be ashamed.
like my family will eat the leftovers.
yeah,
You're spoiled.
the pasta
You're
tastes so
spoiled,
much
bro.
better the next day.
I'm
No
on
matter
my-
what it is,
I'm on my
lasagna,
own for
ziti.
dinner the next day.
That's your mom. Your mom cooking a fucking fresh meal every day, and you're just spoiled.
You know,
Do you skeeve it?
I
Do you think like germs are on it or
I
something?
don't know if skeeve's the right word, but I'm not into it at all, bro. Like I'm like I did that already. It was in the fridge overnight.
Let me ask you a question. Let's say you get a hero, right? You eat half of it. You wrap the other half.
And just to be clear, I know this is a weird thing. This is weird that I don't eat leftovers.
Are you eating the other half of that sandwich? Like if you wrapped it back up? Are you never?
It'll go in the fridge and somebody else will eat it.
Really?
Yeah, that actually just happened.
Wow.
I have to be really like I had to been out partying pretty good for me to come home and eat something out of the fridge. That was a previous meal.
Dude, I just had meatloaf, leftover meatloaf. It was fucking
Yeah.
phenomenal. It was so good.
Meatloaf sandwich.
Yeah.
Like better than the first.
Was it better? I don't know if it was better, but I'll tell you, it was just as good.
Right. Did you toast the bread?
No, I didn't have it as a sandwich. I didn't have it as a sandwich. I had it like, just as is.
I like to toast the bread.
Staying off the carbs.
Ketchup.
No, I don't know. I didn't have the right bread. You know what I mean? I only had like potato bread.
That fucking
Yeah, you know.
Bread matters.
Fuck yeah, dude. Bread matters.
Okay, what about you, buddy?
So, Joe, air fist bump because I'm in the same boat with you. I don't eat leftovers. My wife and I have this argument all the time about me
bougie
leaving
motherfuckers.
leftovers. I just don't eat the leftovers.
I'll eat my wife's leftovers. That's how fucked
Yeah.
up I am.
All I hear is these two have never been hungry in their life.
Well, that's another thing. I don't even eat. I don't want anybody eating off my plate. This has nothing to do with the question, but I don't want anybody eating off my plate, and I'm not eating off your plate. Like,
Even your wife? You
Yeah.
won't let your wife eat off your plate?
like she will. She knows it annoys the shit out of me, and obviously it's my wife. I let it happen, but like
You're really not down with it.
I'm not down with it.
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying because I'm kind of like, and this kind of actually just kind of came up over the weekend. Like if we split something, I don't like cut yours in half. I'll cut but I want my half on my
Right.
plate, your half on your plate,
Yeah.
and then we go from there. You know what I'm saying? We go our separate ways. you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Yeah, but I mean, but if there's something, whatever, I got a fucking good piece of broccoli that she's got her eye on and she wants it. I don't care.
I'm not drinking soda that much these days, right? So the other night there happened to be a bottle of Fanta in my house. I love fucking
want the
Fanta.
Fanta?
It's good. Fanta.
So we were having dinner and I poured myself a glass of Fanta and I was excited for it. I haven't had soda in a little bit. Before my first sip, my wife was like, she picked it up and took like a nice
That fucked your head up?
hearty sip. And I fucking looked at her like, bro, are you kidding me right now?
Really?
I see now.
We at
Okay,
Fanta are well
so
aware.
I think I'm more leaning towards you because I agree 100%. I'm like, listen, I'll pour you one. You want one? I'll fucking pour you one. Now I got to go back and fucking fill my glass up. You know what I mean?
You guys.
Yeah, it's just like, if you want one, I'll get you
Let me
one.
just let you know, those women, they kiss you and they like you guys. You know what I mean?
this. I know, but don't.
Let them have a sip of your fucking soda.
No.
It's not that big
But
a
he
deal.
just said, if you want a sip, it's fine. But if you're fucking taking half the glass,
She took a nice hearty sip.
yeah.
Because it was delicious and refreshing.
I had a refill. I had it
That's what I'm saying.
before I took my sip. I wanted it to
Yeah.
be topped off.
If you got to go refill, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much.
You know what they say? Sharing is caring.
Bro, I got no problem with that.
And my
Guess
wife,
what?
you know what my wife said? She goes, fuck you. I just cooked this meal.
There you go. She was sweating in the kitchen for you.
But dude, you know what? Like I said, I'll pour you one. Right? Hey,
She just
I'm going to get a drink.
Yours.
I'm going to drink. There's some fucking Fanta. I haven't had Fanta in forever. I want to have some. Would you like some? No, I'll just take a sip of yours. No, fuck that. I'm gonna bring you some.
That
You guys
doesn't
are
bother
failing
you.
the test.
That doesn't bother you.
No, not at all. No.
If you had a nice hunk of meatloaf on your dish and your wife took her fork and grabbed the
I mean, chances are it would never happen, but I mean, not.
Bro,
I mean,
and why would it never happen?
because she has.
Because you lose your fucking mind.
she
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Number one, when it comes to meatloaf, I get the ends, both ends.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bro, this guy's fucking. You're not talking to fucking strangers here, bro. I'm telling you right now, that would never happen because you would fucking lose your shit if it did.
I share all. I try to force food and shit upon her. I'm like, try this. You know what I mean? Like, nah, yeah.
I'm gonna fucking. Next time we go out to dinner, I'm gonna record that shit.
Let me ask you a question. When you go out to dinner, do you guys ever order the same dish?
Not really, but
Do you make a point of ordering something different? Like, let's say she orders something that you wanted to get. Will you get something different just to mix it up?
yes. Because I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'll try a piece of yours. So yes.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, of course, because it's a piece, dude. It's a piece.
She just wanted a sip.
Bro, no, she drank half the glass.
Now it's half.
No, it was a good amount.
Yeah.
It was. I'm telling you, it went from filled to the brim to not.
Dude, do you remember, right, when we went to dinner at Porter's over here in Bellport, and we all got the same dish? We all like ordered a steak, like a skirt steak or something like that. The whole table. Do you remember this? Yeah, it was the weirdest. That's never happened ever in my life.
The
Yeah.
fucking chef must have been like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck's going on at table 8?
It's Mike and I with our wives, and it was just
ordered everything.
four of us, and we all ordered the same thing. You don't remember this?
No.
No, it was so weird.
But, so when my wife does order the same thing as me, I'm like, I'm looking at her like, you should have tried the veal. You know what I mean? It was, try something else. You know why? Because I know I'm going to get those leftovers later, and I wanted to try both things,
I honestly, I just order what I want. I don't really think about what everybody else is ordering.
Eli from Hackensack, you see where this question went?
Yeah,
Great question.
Eli, around the world.
Great question.
Thanks, Eli.
Keep them coming, brother. Thank you.
Woke up this morning, got
All right.
some gabagool. But then I woke up the next day and got some gabagool. Keep waking up, but keep getting different types of gabagool. Even got some gabagool.
Who is that?
Scooby-Doo.
I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I think I like Gabe when he was sober, though. I'm going to be honest. I think I like them a lot better. Guys, we got one more email, and that is from Barbara from Mastic. Barbara from Mastic, our loyal listener, our most famous and best emailer. Barbara from Mastic asks, which TV show would you pick to live inside for a week? Which TV show would you pick to live inside for a week? Anyone?
Family Feud. I want to host that shit.
Oh, wow.
Steve Harvey's the man, bro. I love that fucking show.
Family Feud. That's okay.
Now,
Do that for a week.
I have seen episodes, but I don't watch it religiously. Is he like Richard Dawson? Where does he kiss the girls and stuff like that?
He flirts. He doesn't kiss.
Yeah,
Okay.
he does.
But he's fucking
He's a
funny
funny
as
fuck.
Dude, he really
Yeah,
is. He's real funny.
He
legit.
cracks me up.
His reactions to some of these crazy answers is
It blows his mind, right? Yeah, he's like, "Are you fucking serious?"
Exactly.
Like, yeah.
Exactly.
dude. For like, my wife used to watch those clips like to go to bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's funny.
He does a great job on that show. I like that show to begin with. I liked it with, what was his name?
Richard Dawson.
Dawson. Yeah, I've liked that show since I'm a kid.
Yeah. Because we surveyed 100 people. It's everyday people, everyday
Yeah.
answers. You don't have to be a genius for Jeopardy to answer these questions.
Are you pointing at
Survey
me?
says.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Michael?
I'm kind of stumped on this one, man. I'll let you go, and then I'm just trying to double back on it. Honestly,
The Mike D Bunch.
I gotta say, one of the first things that popped in my head, and it's just kind of fitting that Gabe played that music, and it was The Sopranos. I would love to fucking hang out with those guys for a week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be in that life for a week. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
And just hang out with those guys. You know what I'm saying? I think that would be amazing. Chrissy, you going to the Bada Bing? Yeah, I think that would be cool. I really do. Gabe, what about you?
I'm actually surprised Joe didn't take mine, and that would be I would put myself in the White Lotus and be Sydney Sweeney's love interest.
Oof. Joseph, you skipped it, man.
I never even seen that show. It's good.
I don't know, but I know she's in it.
It's a good show.
There's another one, Euphoria, right? She was on.
I didn't see that.
Well, she's. I think she has nude scenes in it.
Yeah.
Wait, she's got nude scenes and you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it. No. She's like, she just called off her fucking marriage. Did you see this? She was about to get married. She called it off.
So you're saying I have a chance?
She's still available.
She's pretty attractive.
What happened? She was engaged?
She was about to get married like very soon,
Really?
and she called it off. And she has a comedy out right now. I can't remember the name of it. It's very funny. It's her latest movie that's on Netflix. She's like been seen with the co-star of that.
Oh, dating the co-star?
Yeah, like they've been spending time together. Yeah. I don't know.
So maybe that's why she called.
And billions and billions and billions
And maybe that's why she called it off,
Could be.
right?
Yeah.
They had a little chemistry on the movie?
Could be.
No. All right, Mike, back to you, buddy. Which TV show would you pick to live inside for a week?
You know what? I think I'm gonna get sci-fi and crazy and be like
Jetsons.
Mandalorian. You know,
Oh yeah.
you get the technology, a little
Yeah.
grimy situations, and
What would you be?
I'd be a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bro,
looking for some scum in the bar. You know?
As good as that show, all the rave reviews and critical claim it gets, I don't get it, man. I've watched it. I don't fucking get it. I think hold on. I think it looks fake. It's a fucking Disney produced show. It looks fake, bro.
You mean the outer space looks fake to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you know what I mean, being on a different planet and all that
everything
stuff, and
about
the aliens, all that stuff looks fake to you? Huh? Is that what you're saying? Right? When the guy shoots lasers out of his fucking gun, that looks fake to you? Is that what you're saying?
But, I mean, come on, man. As far as like, what do you call
Bro,
it?
you're not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan. You don't like Star Wars.
It's got that Star Wars fingerprint on it, and I'm not feeling it.
It's fair.
Yeah, no,
not fair.
absolutely. I wouldn't think you would like it if you don't like Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know?
But do you understand what I mean by like?
No, because I think it's an awesome show. I really do.
That it's fake.
No,
it's
I know
sci-fi.
it's fake, but
Right.
it looks fake. Like it almost at times it looks like they're on a set. You could tell it's not as polished as it could be.
See, I thought I thought they made big strides.
I agree. I think it looks way better than the Star Wars
Original,
movies.
yeah, right. Original shit. The special effects and stuff like that. I don't know.
Hey, it's not for everybody, Joe.
Right.
Okay.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah, what's your take on that?
Well,
Gabe doesn't like Star Wars.
I think it's entertainment, and you have to look at it. You have to suspend disbelief, for one,
Yeah.
and after that, you have to look at all the other different elements of it. So if it's cheesy to you, it's cheesy. So you move on to the writing. How's the writing? The writing sucks. All right, let's just fucking toss it away.
Yeah.
So for the most part, a lot of the stuff that's been going on lately, I've been tossing away.
Did you finish Adolescence?
I did. Yeah. Really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
And
Sorry
now,
for
Mike D,
spoiling
you got to
for
watch it,
guys.
dude.
It was Ronnie, right?
Yeah.
I know it's that little fuck.
You just fucking, bro.
It was Ronnie, bro.
There's
Listen,
no one
all,
named Ronnie, so we're good.
okay,
It was Raymond.
all 67,
Or
Richie,
Raymond.
all 67,000
I know it
people
started with an
listen to
R.
this pod. You just fucking ruined it for me.
It was Richie.
Richie.
All right, guys, you got anything else?
Anybody see Richie?
Yeah, really quick. So this probably not the best topic for Mike, but Elon Musk just announced the newest updates for the new Tesla car. So check this out.
Yeah, so the newest Tesla feature is that the seat will take a high-resolution scan of your balls. Then use your ball print to biometrically unlock and start the car. We call the tech particular testicular detection.
Speaking of Elon, he handed out
$2 million.
three
Oh, three?
$1 million checks, and he wasn't able to buy the Supreme Court seat in Wisconsin.
I know. I actually watched that whole event live, most of it. Yeah, it didn't work out.
Which event did you watch? The voting
No, the
fundraiser?
the fundraiser where he gave out the checks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The town. I forgot what they called it. The
Town hall.
yes. Yep.
Okay. We'll come back to that next week.
Sure.
Yeah. That's it, though.
Actually,
What?
did you hear that? Seriously, that his time is limited with the government. Like Trump said,
Yeah,
like
it's a contract.
130 days. That like there was actually like I didn't know that there was a time limit for his set position that you could only serve for 130 days. And
Yeah. I didn't know this either. It's
right.
like yesterday.
Right, and Trump is telling guys, prepare because he's going to be making his departure to run Tesla. Shit like that.
How does that make you feel?
Hey, listen.
Does that change your
We'll see.
your
We'll see
outlook
what more
on everything
damage
that's
he
been
can
going
do.
on?
I'm saying, so if he's gone, how does that make you feel?
I don't know how to feel about it yet. I see who's going to replace him. Is going to be what was the guy that ran against Trump?
I don't know if they're going to
The Indian kid. No, the Indian kid.
Ramaswamy.
Yeah. Wasn't he supposed to be part of this Doge?
He's running for governor of Ohio.
But I'm asking, wasn't he supposed?
He was supposed to be, but he can't because he can't do that. If you're running for elected office, you cannot be doing something. You cannot take a job in the administration like that.
For 130. And how's that work? Like that job is only good for 130 days, and then you got to get a new guy every time.
I don't know if they're getting a new guy.
So that's the whole thing about it. It was never supposed to be permanent. It was supposed to be just an audit of the administration spending. So that's why he's kind of just doing what he has to do. He's trying to get all the Social Security stuff digitized before then, so that way they can get off the project and move on. So I'm just curious, Mike, now that you know that it's limited time and not for the 4 years, does that kind of change your outlook on Musk at all?
And honestly, no, not really.
So are you gonna have the same kind of feeling, kind of like the vitriol that you have towards the next guy, if it's going to be?
I don't know. Is the next guy going to try to tear our country apart?
I'm just asking.
I'm asking you. I don't know who the next guy's
So
going to be.
let's say the next guy comes in and
Maybe the next
does
guy's a
everything.
superhero.
Yeah, can I
Great.
speak? Let me finish my thought.
Can I speak?
No, because I'm speaking to you. I'm answering you. The
And
question.
I'm answering your question.
You're not answering the question.
I
You can't let me speak.
I answer.
You can't.
Yeah.
That's what you do, bro. You like to talk over people when you feel like you're being challenged.
I answered your freaking question, Adrian. Go ahead.
You didn't.
Go ahead, shoot.
So if
If you don't get the answer you want, that's not the answer, then I'm not answering your question? Go ahead. Ask the question.
How old are you, dude?
Ask the question. Go ahead.
Let me ask the question. If the next guy does exactly, he's just going to fill the position and does exactly what Elon Musk did. He's just taking over him.
Right.
I'm asking you, do you think you're going to feel the same way?
Most likely, if he's going to cut, Americans, lay them off and, disrupt things that are going on that normal, American citizens get affected by, it's going to bother me. I think so.
Okay. Just wanted to know. It's going to bother. Okay. All right. So it's not. So it's not.
Do you have a name to follow up that? Like who's going to be replaced?
I had no idea that it was a temporary position. No idea.
And Ramaswamy is running for what? Governor of what?
Vivek Ramaswamy.
Is running for what? Governor of Ohio?
Governor of Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio.
Yeah.
And when does that election go on?
I'm guessing November.
So if I do the math right, he could serve in the 130 days and still.
I don't think so.
No.
Oh.
No. You can't do that if you're running for elected office. So they say.
He's like campaigning for it already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smart guy.
Ramaswamy?
They're all smart.
Yeah. But like
he's a self-made billionaire, right?
Yeah, like he started about 5 or 6 different companies that, have blown up.
What are they?
I don't know.
Are they tech companies or something?
I think so, yeah.
PayPal?
Yeah.
PayPal.
We got to get this stuff in before the email. This would have been good to talk about. I had no idea that it was a temporary
Elon
position.
did PayPal. Ramaswamy did Venmo, I think.
Did he really? Honestly,
No.
oh, you have blown my mind now.
Stupid. I want to talk about vagina.
Do you guys Venmo a lot?
I Venmo Gabe.
That's it?
Yeah. I do Zelle.
Oh, okay.
More.
Chase?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We have anything else before we wrap things up?
I don't know. I can keep going.
All right, I do have one topic because you guys have sons, right?
Yeah.
Seriously, and the Final Four is happening, right? These nil deals. You no longer does your child have to be a professional athlete. He just has to be a collegiate athlete, right, to make money. I mean, how big is the deal as a father of a boy that, you know, in sports and in high school?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I mean, do you see, like, do you encourage, like, try and make like a presence on the internet, so that social media presence, maybe build his character? Like, you don't have to be the best athlete to get a nil deal. The fucking trainer from one of these basketball teams got a nil deal.
I know, dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Joe, they're handing out money to everybody.
He's like their hype man.
Yeah, he comes out with the boom box.
Yeah.
He got a clothing deal. He's got a nil deal. Like,
Wow.
so, like, do you ever think about this? Having a son that, you know, approaching these, you know, college?
I think it's something that has to happen organically. I don't know if you could kind of like set that up for yourself, right? I don't know.
No, I don't. If you ask me if I think about it, no, I don't think about it.
You don't think of it at all?
No.
Seriously. I mean, but like, you have an athletic son and he's plays sports.
Yeah, but he's not, you know, he's not playing D1 sports.
My point is, though, if you build him up, like, what's the guy in basketball with his two sons? Ball?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, 3 sons.
Like, the father was such a great promoter, right?
Yeah.
Even before they hit his promoter. Deion Sanders promoting his son, Shakur. Like,
Shador.
Okay.
Tupac Shakur.
Yeah.
You say potato, I say potato.
Why is his name
Shakur
Shador?
Sanders.
But it's up to you to
Machiavelli.
maybe help, you know, promote and create this thing. I mean, you don't never think about it, but maybe you should. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
My kids are too old, and, you know.
Dude, these YouTubers, forget about the sports. YouTubers are making unbelievable types of money. Just streaming games online, doing dumb shit online. This Mr. Beast guy, dude, he's built an empire. He's worth billions. He's going to buy TikTok. Watch.
So a lot of that is actually dying right now. There's a lot of YouTubers that are actually quitting YouTube because they just have ran out of ideas for content. We're going to start seeing that a lot more and more as
but
as the
they've
years
built.
go on.
Yeah, I guess so. I know what you mean, and I could kind of see it going that way. But like, look at Jake Paul doing dumb shit on YouTube, bro. He's worth so much money; it's ridiculous. And he's evolved that into other careers, other different things he does. Obviously,
If it wasn't for that, he'd be dead by now because, I mean, his audience is now 30 years old.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are they going to do? Watch him fucking dance and act a fool again?
Yeah. They say the Jackass guys kind of sparked all of this.
Yeah.
Really.
Doing stunts and shit like that, yeah. Oh, so maybe we should eat some rancid shit next week on the podcast. So,
Remember Fear Factor, the show Joe Rogan hosted?
Yeah.
That was a cool show.
Remember Tom and Jerry?
All right, guys, that's episode 63. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back next week. And Gabe, thank you. And we'll see you guys. Everybody have a good night.
Later.
Get home safe.
Peace.